time is 8:15 p.m. Good evening. The news headline: Obadiah Mailafia sought forgiveness from Igbos over Biafra war. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. Ifeanyi Ejiofor counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has reacted to the death of Obadiah Mailafia. Ejiofor said Mailafia sought for forgiveness, peace, and reconciliation for what Nigeria did to Igbo during the Biafra Civil War. He also disclosed that the former presidential candidate wanted the Middle Belt to apologize to the Igbo over their role during the Biafra War. In a series of tweets, Ejiofor wrote, "The sad news of the sudden demise of Dr. Mailafia hit me with a great shock. I could not believe it until I made calls to close contacts who confirmed it was true. What is life but fleeting moments? Today we are here, tomorrow we are no more." Permit me to say that Dr. Mailafia is a fine gentleman who stood on the side of truth. He was well-read and a man of the letters, who was bold to persuade the people of the Middle Belt to tender an apology to the Igbos for the role they played against the Biafrans during the Civil War. It was a horrible experience for the Southeast. The massacre and is better imagined than experienced. Our people lost the battle after 3 years due to the roles played by our neighbors. Torture, rape, starvation, illness, and diseases ravaged our people, and our neighbors never lifted a finger to help. They rather joined with the forces of the oppressors and unleashed terror on our land. It is now history, yet that history is being subdued so that present and future generations are not aware of the evil done to their forefathers. Yet, Dr. Mailafia, even though of the northern extract, stood out and acknowledged the ills done to the Igbos and sought for forgiveness, peace, and reconciliation. That is the true example of sportsmanship. A rare gem is lost. We cannot question God because He alone gives and takes when it pleases Him. This was the words of Ifeanyi Ejiofor after Mailafia was confirmed to be dead on September 19, 2021. Mailafia, who was the Nigerian presidential candidate of African Democratic Congress in 2019, we recall that Mailafia has once said that the Fulanization of the country is real. He also revealed that there is an ongoing plot by the President Muhammadu Buhari to foist a Fulani and Islamic agenda on Nigerians. Mailafia, who disclosed this in Akure, the Ondo state capital, during a special session organized by Forum for Good Governance Towards Revival for All Nations Trans 21, with the theme Nation Building, alleged the current administration in Nigeria of pushing for Islamization and Fulanization of the country. The former CBN deputy governor said the kind of Islam that is coming from Sahara is dangerous. They want to take over your land and enslave you. Christians must rise to protect it. They want to take over your land and enslave you. And this was said at the Trans 2021 revival with the theme, The Role of the Church in Nation Building. In the Northeast alone, more than 3,000 churches have been destroyed. More than 400 priests and pastors have been killed. Last year, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, chairman of Adamawa, was beheaded, even after a ransom was paid. We have been told that the so-called bandits, who should not be called bandits because bandits do not bring down military aircraft. No bandits have the capacity to bring down military aircraft. No bandit has the power to attack Nigeria Defense Academy, which is the premier institution for the training of armed forces. No bandit has the capacity to do that. Only terrorists have the capacity to do that. We have been told that these terrorists are part of the insurgency because they did this kidnapping to raise money in order to fund the insurgency. Mailafia, a development economist, said that all indications pointed to the fact that Nigeria is moving towards a failed state. He also added that the country may soon become ungovernable if nothing is done to check the drift of the country under President Muhammadu Buhari. He specifically said the country is moving towards the domination of one ethnic group and religion over the other, while Nigeria has fallen from grace, being the most terrorized nation and the poverty capital of the world after India and Afghanistan. My Life Here noted that 2 million Nigerians have been killed silently in Nigeria in the last few years, with the government unable to combat the menace of these terrorists, Fulani herdsmen and bandits. According to him, Nigeria parades about 90 million people who are poor, with 50% of the figure from the north, particularly in the northeast and west geopolitical zones, noting Borno, Yobe, and Zamfara states accounted for 70% of the figure. He also warned that the situation in the north is getting out of hand, with no fewer than 20 million of children out of school, lamenting that the official unemployment rate in Nigeria is over 33%, with youth forming 40% of the figure. Then the question that is Nigeria a failed state? My Life Here said Nigeria is now a failed state, unable to perform its statutory roles. Nigeria cannot be described as a nation because the power is not concentrated in the hands of the government alone. There are other blocs that have power of coercion. Rival groups control territory. Boko Haram is in control of over half of Niger State, and if they successfully take over Niger, Abuja will be a walkover. Governments cannot provide security for the people. Nowhere is safe in the country. The forests have been taken over by foreign invaders. The economy is collapsing. There is collapse of the institution. Police, universities standards are low. Corruption has taken over in the country. What else do we need to say Nigeria is a failed state? He said Nigeria has been designated as a failed state. We may not say it is a failed state, but certainly it is surely exhibiting the features of a failed state in terms of the kind of violence, widespread insecurity, terrorism, abuse of humanity, criminality, rape, killing, maiming, destruction. We are a failing state. The solution is nothing that they need to give birth to a new Nigeria. He said it is clear that the constitution we have presently is a fraud. It is a fraud because it starts with we the people, when in fact you and I did not sit anywhere to design this constitution. By this fact alone, it is based on lies and fraud. In the past, people couldn't know that because former President Olusegun Obasanjo was a fair-minded man and he was dedicated. Umar Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory was also a fair-minded man, and because Goodluck Jonathan was a fair-minded man too. So people could afford to live with fraudulent constitution. But now today, we are seeing a fraudulent constitution in the hands of people who have hidden agenda, who hate our country. They have nothing to offer us. Therefore, on this basis, we must reject the evil we are seeing, and we must demand for the re-engineering of federation for the restructuring of our dear country. And that is the words of My Life Here. Thanks for listening. Good evening.